The MCU has just kicked off a surprising new redemption arc, one that could very well end up rivaling Loki himself. As seen in the penultimate episode of Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, a longtime foe of Matt Murdock's was given a solid chance at redemption following Daredevil's incredibly hard decision to show him mercy. Without a doubt, the evolution of Tom Hiddleston's Loki from a sinister villain to eventually saving the entire multiverse as a brand new kind of god is one of the MCU's most dynamic and compelling arcs. The former God of Mischief's redemption is very much a testament to what long-form interconnected franchise storytelling like the MCU can produce. In comparison, I'm genuinely curious to see if the latest episode of Born Again might be the start of a similar unexpected arc for none other than Bullseye. Thanks to his lethal precision, lack of morality, and broken psyche, Benjamin Poindexter was a prime target for the Fisks who turned Bullseye into their personal assassin as seen in Netflix's Daredevil Season 3. Then, Daredevil, Born Again Season 1 saw Bullseye manipulated by Vanessa Fisk even further into killing Foggy Nelson. However, despite all that darkness, the MCU has now found Bullseye angling more towards a redemptive arc than ever before, especially after Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, Episode 7. Bullseye finally got his one good deed in Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 image courtesy of Kara House/Disney. For a character like Benjamin Poindexter, the idea of genuine redemption largely felt impossible before Daredevil, Born Again Season 2. The closest we'd seen was Bullseye wanting revenge on the Fisks in his attempts to kill them, a mission of murder he'd warped in his mind as one good deed to balance the scales of all the bad he'd done, as he tells Murdock in Born Again Season 2. However, it's Daredevil himself who remarkably shifts Bullseye into something more genuinely redeeming in this latest episode. After making the incredibly hard decision to honor Foggy's memory by showing Bullseye mercy and not leaving him for Fisk's AVTF agents in previous episodes. While he still hates Bullseye for everything he's done, Murdock still offers Poindexter a real chance to do one good deed, letting him go and asking him to protect the governor from Fisk's men. Although Matt had no reason to trust Poindexter, Bullseye remarkably follows through and saves the governor's life, effectively giving him the one good deed he was looking for, and seemingly leaving his future a blank slate. What does the future look like for Bullseye in the MCU? Combined with earlier moments in this season, like saving Matt's life and taking down multiple AVTF squads, it can be argued that Bullseye is surprisingly in a place where he could be positioned as more of an anti-hero on par with Frank Castle's Punisher. It really all depends on how far Marvel Studios wants to take this. In the case of the God of Mischief, Loki had multiple MCU appearances and his own show to gradually evolve, though Marvel certainly went all in with a full redemption that felt natural and very much earned over time. Given his skill set and twisted psyche, it's hard to imagine Bullseye ever being fully redeemed to the point of being a hero. That said, there's now at least the potential for Bullseye to be pointed in a direction where his dark actions could do some good. Assuming Bullseye survives the upcoming season finale, it's going to be fascinating to see if Daredevil, Born Again Season 3 continues this new trajectory for Poindexter where Bullseye is at least trying to aim himself in a better direction. I'd never expect Bullseye to ever become friends with Daredevil, but perhaps their goals could be aligned at some point in the MCU's future. Additionally, if we look at the comics where Bullseye was briefly a Thunderbolt and the Dark Avengers Hawkeye stand-in, perhaps we could see something similar in the MCU with Bullseye getting connected with Valentina Allegria de Fontaine? Whatever the future may hold for Poindexter, the fact that Bullseye has come this far with a redemption arc is as surprising as it is compelling, just like it was for Loki back in the day.